Good morning or good evening, whatever the case may be, wherever you are. If you're watching this, it's probably because you're considering buying the Truffle Station wood USB hub, as is almost always the case. With video reviews that I do, I received this unit free in exchange for a review, but despite that kindness, I'm going to be completely honest about it because I shop on Amazon the same way you do, so I certainly don't want to get ripped off. So, I have set the unit up right down here, so let me pan the camera down just a bit. Um, so I have my iPhone 5 plugged in, as well as an iPad 2 Air. Um, as you might notice, at least initially, I'm getting a good charge on the iPad. I've seen somewhat better, and one thing that's worth noting is that as you may note, this over. Um, the unit is labeled with 1 amp and 2 amp, 2.4 amp outputs. I don't see a lot of difference between these, and as far as metered output goes. And in fact, in some cases, it seems as if the 1.0, the 1 amp ports are actually better in output than the 2s. You'll notice here that I'm plugged into the 1 amp side, but getting an amp and a half in the meter there. Those are the blue numbers. And if I move over to the 2s, then I get 1.25 amps in the 2 amp side. So, and there's even some level of inconsistency within bands. Like if I randomly switch to the middle 1 amp, I guess I'm back to 1.5 in this case, but I have seen some strange variation with the same unit, same cord, same meter, same everything else. So it's a little odd. I don't think it's anything to be terribly concerned about, but there is certainly a labeling and consistency issue. Other features of this product, I'm a person who really hates cords going every which direction. This has a rubberized bottom. So many of the USB ports that I review are just smooth plastic. So you put them on a surface and they're sliding around all the time, and they never want to stay put. But this guy, there's some friction there, so you can actually put it in a spot and it will stay there, which is nice if you're a neat freak like I am and don't want cords going in every direction. In the area of cords, this has a two-part power cord. So whatever your situation is, you can put this on a table and have as much cord as you need to get to the wall and be able to neatly keep as much cord as you want bundled up, and you can put this unit on the floor or put this unit up here with the USB charging hub, depending on what your tastes are. So I find that to be very handy. Last feature, it does have an on-off button, which when you unplug and plug the unit, the default is off. So if the power goes out, then it's going to stop charging. And here we are again at 1.6, I guess. So little rough. These tend to be a little rough anyway. It's hard to get an exact reading for these guys and be consistent. But so I think that about wraps it up. The key points in my mind: pretty good output, not perfect. The two-part charging cable and the rubberized bottom to keep it in place is pretty cool. And I mean, it's obviously a pretty handsome unit. This is a wood grain. I can't, without tearing it apart, I can't confirm this is wood. I think it is. There's a little bit of roughness in the cutout back here that makes me think that it's not plastic, but it's a pretty handsome unit. This is of all the USB chargers I've reviewed, this is the one that I wouldn't mind having in an area that was publicly accessible by guests or whatever. No one's going to look at this and say, what a terrible, ugly USB charger because it's pretty attractive. So at any rate, I hope that was helpful. If not, then please leave me a comment. Let me know what I should have told you that I didn't. And until next time, happy shopping.